Hello, dear student. Myself Dr. Sureka B. Jaiswal, Head Department of Physics, Moreshwar College, Bhokardan, District Jalna. Today we will see concept in electrodynamics. Here, scalar and vector fields, differential operator del, gradient of scalar, divergence of vector, curl of vector, Faraday's law and Lenz's law, and also Faraday's law in differential form. Scalar and vector fields, a function that describes behavior of a physical quantity in certain space is field. We know electric field, gravitational field and temperature field, etc. When scalar quantity occupies certain space, it gives rise to what we call as scalar field. Magnitude of physical quantity at a point specifies scalar field at that point. Example: temperature, humidity, pressure, potential, etc. When vector quantity occupies certain space, it gives rise to what we call as vector field. Magnitude and direction of physical quantity at a point specify vector field at that point. Examples are velocity of fluid in motion, field of electric or magnetic force, etc. Now see differential operator del. Del is just like any mathematical operator like addition, subtraction, division, multiplication, etc. Del is an operator used in vector calculus as a vector differential operator. It is represented by the symbol del. When applied to a function defined on a one-dimensional domain, it denotes its standard derivative. Depending on the way it is applied to a field, it denotes the gradient, the divergence or the curl of a field. Its value is different in different coordinate system. In Cartesian coordinate system, it is given by del equal to I into dabba by dabba x plus j into dabba by dabba y plus k into dabba by dabba z. Gradient of a scalar. Gradient gives change in scalar quantity as one move from one point to another. It is vector quantity, and mathematically gradient of potential is given by del V equal to I into dabba by dabba x plus j into dabba by dabba y plus k into dabba by dabba z into V. In 3D, gradient are surface normal to particular point. In 2D, gradient are tangent representing the direction of steepest descent or ascent. From the definition of potential V, electric field E, it can be shown that the negative gradient of potential gives electric field E. Thus, dV equal to minus E into I dx or E equal to I into d dx of V or is equal to del V. The magnitude, the negative sign indicates that the electric field points out in direction of decrease in potential energy. Now see divergence of vector. Now see in figure. Consider water flowing through a large pipe. Now it has smaller pipes joined to it. If as the water flows, more water is added along the way by the smaller pipes. Hence the mass flow rate increases as the water flows. On the other hand, in case of leakage in the pipe, the mass flow rate decreases as it flows out. This change in the flow rate through the pipe is divergence. Mathematically, it is given by del dot E equal to I into dabba by dabba x plus j into dabba by dabba y plus k into dabba by dabba z into I ex plus j ey plus k ez, where I, j, k are the unit vectors in Cartesian coordinate system. Divergence gives only change in magnitude. It is a scalar quantity. Curl of vector. Curl is a measure of how much a vector field circulates or rotates about a given point, and mathematically curl of E del cross E equal to I into dabba by dabba x plus j into dabba by dabba y plus k into dabba by dabba z into IEx plus JEY plus KEZ. These rotational flows are denoted and measured by curl. It is a vector quantity. For counterclockwise rotation, curl is positive, and for clockwise rotation, curl is negative. Obviously, as for point charge, the electric field lines are along radius, and the curl of static electric field is always 0, or it is given by the del cross E equal to 0. Now, Faraday's law and Lenz's law. Whenever there is a change in magnetic flux linked with a circuit, an EMF proportional to the rate of change of magnetic flux is induced in the circuit, and it is given by mathematically induced EMF is directly proportional to d phi by dt. According to Lenz's law, induced EMF opposes the change in magnetic flux producing it. Including Lenz's law, induced EMF becomes induced EMF equal to minus d phi b by dt, and using definition of EMF we can write induced EMF equal to closed integral E into dl equal to minus d phi b by dt. Now see in figure here, this is magnet, this is the coil, and this magnet moving its own magnetic field, so the coil is immersed in the magnet, and when we move the magnet, then what happens? Magnetic flux phi b linked with coil changes. Now here magnetic flux is given by the surface integral of magnetic induction B for a surface S. So phi b equal to integral of B into dA. Using this value, Faraday's law becomes induced EMF equal to integral over closed surface E into dl equal to minus dy by dt, integral of B dot dA equal to minus integral of dabba by dabba t into dA. So induced EMF equal to integral of closed surface E into dl equal to minus dabba by dabba t into dA. This is Faraday's law in integral form. Now see Faraday's law in differential form. So Faraday's law in differential form can be obtained by converting line integral into surface integral using Stokes theorem. In Stokes theorem, what happens? We can convert line integral into surface integral. So according to Stokes theorem, induced EMF equal to integral over closed surface E into dl equal to integral over closed surface del cross E into dA, or it is given by integral over closed surfaces del cross E dA equal to minus dabba by dabba t into dA. Since integral are equal, the integral must be equal, and hence del cross E equal to minus dabba by dabba t, and that is the differential form of Faraday's law. It is seen that for moving charges, the curl of associated electric field is not zero. It is equal to the rate of change of magnetic flux. Thank you.